Voice airplane mode. App switcher. Health Hunter close health activate default. Direct touch area. Landscape. Home button to the right. Health Hunter anti-numbing.
To the torture chamber.
Hey guys, it's me, iOS Tutorials and Games Content. I am back with Hellhunter Part 17. So yeah guys, I got out from the cave. It didn't take me that long, so yeah. So yeah, let's
to the entrance. Pantry.
Okay.
To the entrance.
So let's go to the entrance. And let's get out of here. Okay.
You have reached hidden light. To the chemist. To the cliff path. You have reached cliff path. Background. To the speedboat. To the coast. That was the coast in which Elian was abducted by that vampire. It looks like from that cave, there's a good view to this coast. Like a hunting ground for the predator. You have reached Lonely Coast. Sea to the cliff. Sea to the cliff path. Sea. A pleasant sea breeze blows from the sea. Elian stands there for a while. Coast. Even if sea currents transport to this coast any type of object, at the moment it's completely clear. As if someone was used to clean it. Elian immediately thinks of Deus. It makes sense. Since she caught him and hid him in that cave. The last thing she would want to deal with is some outside people searching for him. A clear coast would be simply perfect to throw them off. A hand grazes Elian's left shoulder, and a whisper comes from behind his right ear. Speak of the devil. She tells him that it makes sense. He could be right, but warns him that she's used to giving compliments, not receiving them. Shining object. Elian sees something sparkling among the sand. He gets closer and finds a silver key. The shape makes him think of an ancient key.
App switcher. Close Health Hunter. Activate. Close Health Hunter. Activate. YouTube. Health Hunter. Close. Activate. Default. Health Hunter anti. Direct touch area. Health Hunter
To the
anti-numbing.
cliff path. Shell. To the cliff. To the shell. There's a very beautiful shell on the coast. The type of shell that a tourist would pick up and take with him. But Elian doesn't need it. Besides, he knows it's a terrible idea to remove it from the coastal heritage. To the cliff. Sea. Coast. Shell. Sea. To the cliff path.
Let's go to the cliff path.
You have reached cliff. Background. To the speed. To the coast. To the hidden cave. To the plains. To the hidden cave. To the grass. To the plain.
Something else.
You have reached land part grey. Lands grey. Meta. To the hills. To the cliffs. To the hill. You have reached hill. Garbage. To the cave. To the path. To the plains. Saving point. To the path. To the cliffs. To the path. To the plains. East. Saving point. To the plains. East.
Let me see. This one.
Elian steps forward and marches through the plains until he and the creature are in front of each other.
Okay.
Only a few meters separate the two. For some reason, he behaves in a less aggressive way this time. The sun is above in the sky. At least the creatures of the night won't interfere in this battle. You have reached plains east.
Alright, I think it's time to defeat.
Rocks. Some rocks emerge among the grass. Too low to have a strategic value in this battle. Skull. There's just a skull without the rest of the body. No reason to spend more time on it. The creature. To the hills. Rocks. To the creature. Elian takes another step forward. His enemy calls the race of Elian by name and approaches. Elian prepares for the last battle against him. This time he won't try to escape. He will fight to win, or he will die trying. The battle begins. The battle ends. The battle lasts for a long time. Elian is tired. The enemy doesn't even have a bruise. Elian rushes forward for another barrage, but suddenly something with an undefined shape arrives with incredible speed and grabs Elian. It makes an incredible leap which covers hundreds of meters. It stops right on top of a bunch of ruins. Elian barely manages to understand what happened. He's above the ruins of an old palace, at some distance above the ground. Next to Elian, there's the guy he was searching for. Considering the impressive stunt he just pulled, he must be on Elian's side. He takes off his hood. His very long and silver hair catches Elian's attention. Maybe he's albino. His noble traits emphasize the fact that he's not an ordinary person, and probably not even a human. He introduces himself to Elian with an archaic speech. He's Alucard, a Dhampir like Elian, and he's going to help him to defeat the Anti-Nomen.
That's Dracula, but the name is like...
You have reached Plains Ruins. Ruins. Those are not the ruins of an ordinary house, but Elian wouldn't call it a manor. Something in between, perhaps. Plains. Alucard. To the plains. Plains. East. The creature is still there. He's hundreds of meters in the distance. Just how did Alucard manage to do such a thing?
Wow, okay.
He's coming towards them. Sooner or later he will arrive. Ruins. Plain. To the plains. Alucard. Elian is surprised by what Alucard just said. He continues the speech and talks about that creature. That model of construct is called Anti-Nomen.
Yep,
And now Alucard will explain to Elian what Anti-Nomens are and how to destroy them. An Anti-Nomen is an invincible war machine, specifically created to chase a human or a half-blood until it kills the target. It's powered by blood, the essence and the true name of the target, which are placed inside the nucleus of the anti-Nomen. Elian remembers that Deus mentioned something about his true name. So Dracula sent the anti-Nomen against him. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Alucard confirms his thoughts. He knows that Dracula did this to him. Anti-Nomens always know the location of the target and all the information about it. In other words, the target can't escape, and technically not even win. Then Alucard tells Elian that there's only one way to stop the anti-Nomen. Destroy his core. It's almost impossible to do that alone, but Alucard will join his battle and will destroy the core from behind, while Elian will draw anti-Nomen's attention, since he aims only at the target. Meanwhile, the anti-Nomen arrives. Elian quickly jumps down the ruins and gets close to him. This time, the enemy has become faster and more aggressive. It almost seems like he felt the menace. Elian will have to buy some time. He must resist until Alucard has his chance. Elian must focus on eluding him. The battle begins. The enemy is getting stronger. The enemy is getting faster. The battle ends. Double tap to continue. Elian slowly moves in a circle till Anti-Nomen turns his back to Alucard. After a while, he swiftly leaps, and with his sword, he points directly to the core. But Anti-Nomen reacts in time. A metal plate comes out from his body and covers the exposed part. The sword bounces off it, and Alucard immediately jumps back. He tells Elian to lure the Anti-Nomen into the plains. He has another surprise for him. Elian nods and is ready to move. Plains. You opened life point, experience, inventory, instruction, game battle background, volume settings. 170, 40%, 10. You're back in the map. Ruins, plains, east. Ruin, Alucard, plains, east. Alucard. The Anti-Nomen is even more enraged. For a moment he reacted to Alucard, but in no time he will move toward Elian. He must go to the plains. Plains, ruins, plains, east. Ruin. To the Alucard. To the ruin. To the Aluk. To the The first ambush on Anti-Nomen failed. Elian rushes toward the plains and lures the Anti-Nomen towards him. Alucard is still among the ruins, waiting for the perfect moment to attack. He's preparing some special power. You have reached plains, west, boulders. There's a boulder which resembles the structure of a portal, but the grass covered the road a long time ago. Wheat. Aside from their steps, only the wind and the rustle of wheat interrupts the silence. The sun gives a golden reflection to the wheat. Anti-Nomen. To the ruins, boulders. To the Elian stops and turns around. Anti-Nomen almost reaches him, but something happens near the ruins. Alucard morphs into a silver wolf. With only a few steps, he covers many meters, and then with a leap, his claws are on Anti-Nomen's shoulders. He opens his jaws wide, and then they close on the metal plate which covers the core. Anti-Nomen can't shake Alucard off. Then he goes into a frenzy and violently aims towards Elian. Elian is ready. He must resist until Alucard can manage to bend the plate. This is the very last battle.
Oh my god!
The battle begins. The battle ends. Elian resists for a very long time, and when he's starting to lose his strength, finally Alucard, with his majestic fangs, opens a breach in the plate. He immediately returns to normal and pierces the core with his sword. After some seconds, Anti-Nomen stops moving. They won! Elien can finally rest. He sits on the grass. He's very grateful to Alucard, but he still has some questions for him. He wants to talk. Actually, Alucard does as well. So he sits on the body of the Anti-Nomen. Elien wants to know what he was doing in the harbor village, and why he was here, ready to save him from the Anti-Nomen. Alucard tells Elien that centuries have passed since the last time someone ever saw an Anti-Nomen walk the surface of the earth. Only Dracula can boast a private army of Anti-Nomens, so he was surprised when he saw it happen again, recently. It's not like Alucard thought that Elien represented a menace to Dracula, but rather that he was impressed by the fact that he was still alive after fighting against him, and was still surviving despite even being chased by that Anti-Nomen. Then Elien asks him why he didn't help him before, if he already knew the situation and knows those details about Dracula. Alucard replies that he was observing him to test his value. If he didn't prove worthy, then he would have ignored him. Hearing that, Elien stands up and grabs him by the shirt, asking him if he considers him a guinea pig or something. Alucard remains indifferent and tells him that there's a reason. As Elien experienced with his body challenging Dracula is not a joke, and certainly not a game. People simply avoid that, and who dares to do it is destined to perish. In other words, who desires to defeat Dracula must be really ready for his mission, and, even more, must be ready to accept the consequences of failure. Alucard doesn't know Elien, but only one thing is sure. What counts the most when someone stands before Dracula is not his strength or words. What really counts is his resolve and will. Elien has already heard a sentence similar to the one that Alucard just said. So Alucard recognized his value and decided to help him. How he knows all that information, he tells him, is simply because he's Alucard, the son of the Lord of Darkness, Dracula, and his mission is stopping him forever. Elien is surprised to hear that. He asks him why his son should be against him, but he stops before finishing the sentence. Alucard says that he's not a vampire hunter. What he's doing is only in preparation for the final battle against his father, and he has no intention to explain his personal reasons for doing it. But in Elien he saw a potential ally. Together, they might be able to triumph against Dracula, so he tells him to consider his help against the Anti-Nomen as a gift to propose to Elien a formal request of alliance. An alliance signed for a common purpose: defeating Dracula. Saying that, Alucard holds out his hand towards Elien. He stares elsewhere for a moment. Everything that Alucard said makes sense. Moreover, a few moments before, Elien said something funny. He remembers about his father, and actually he can empathize with Alucard. They have more than one thing in common. Then Elien stares into Alucard's eyes and accepts the handshake. A new alliance is born. Now they depart from the plains, leaving alone the rest of a terrifying and unstoppable death machine, which are now just some metal scraps that peacefully rest in quiet, surrounded by the wheat and caressed by the wind. Elien and Alucard are directed toward the center of the nation. There's a lot to do. This is just the beginning of a new adventure.
Oh, so there's more. Okay.
You have completed the game at 87%. Continue to explore the world of Hellhunter to discover new secrets and adventures. Hellhunter, Anti-Nomen. Move among the options in the main menu with swipe left and swipe new. Load credits. Load game. You have reached Hidden Cave, Torture Chamber.
Okay.
You opened the menu. Quit game. Alert sound. Quit game. Life point. Experience. Quit game.
I guess if we go.
Egg credits. Egg. New game. Load game.
Let me go here. On.
Metal to bowls. Wooden shack. Group of syringe. Saving point. To the cave. To the chemistry lab. Blood. To the You have to the torch. Hidden cave. To the torture. To the pantry. To the entrance.
Okay, I know there's more.
You have reached Hidden light. To the chemistry. To the cliff path. Light. To the cliff. You have reached back cliff. To the speedboat. Background. To the coast. To the hidden cave. To the plains. Grass. To the plain. To the hidden. To the grass. To the plain. You have reached to the cliff. To the hills. To the hill. You have reached hills. Saving point. Garbage. Saving. You saved the game. To the plain. To the path. To the cliffs. To the caves of the. To the plains. Elian steps forward and marches through the plains. Rocks. To the hills. The creature. To the hills. Rocks. To the hills. To the hills. Elian won't go back this time. This ends here and now. The creature. Quit game. Alert sound. Bad. Instruct. Inventory. Experience. Life point. Quit game. Help. New. Load. You have reached to the hills. To the path. To the plain. Saving point. To the path. To the caves of the abyss. Garbage. To the path. To the cliffs.
I think I can now move on.
You have reached path. To the cliffs. Landscape. Grey. To the cliffs. To the hills. Meta guy. To the cliffs. You have reached back cliff. To the speedboat. To the coast. To the speed. Elian greets the crew, and they are happy to invite him inside. They were searching for Elian, their savior. If he needs a passage, Elian just has to ask. If he needs to return inside the ghost ship, they will bring him nearby. Then he will have to proceed alone with the lifeboat. Saving point. You saved the game. Amelia. Amelia is glad to see Elian again. She's sorry that they didn't manage to find him before, but she swears that they searched for him non-stop. Elian interrupts her and tells her that it's okay. There's no need to apologize anymore. Tools. Crew member 3. Medical kit. The rest is for the crew. Crew member 3. He thanks Elian once more. He kinda became his fan after watching the stunts he performed during the battle against the Kraken. Tools. There are many tools used for navigation, but even more for fishing. Crew member medic bed. Weapons to the wharf. To the outside. To the cliffs. Saving point. To the cliff. To the outside. To the wharf. To the cliffs. Saving point. You saved the game. To the cliffs. You opened, quit game.
Video. We'll continue
Hell
with the
Hunter,
next
new
part
game.
in the next video, guys. So
Move among the options, load game.
thank you for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please like, share, subscribe, and be waiting for